Hey, good morning again. Hans Nordsiek, also known as The Storyteller. April 12th, Midden-Zeeland Airport in the Netherlands. And Hans Nordsiek, also I think the only world global storyteller, speaker and entertainer with his own airplane. And what kind of airplane? Look at this. We're now involved in making the yearly inspection of this airplane. And I'd like to take you around some technical details where we're looking at now all the panels are open. Here you go. So here's the airplane, open, so you can go inside, look into the interior of the airplane. 1943 Boeing. Now what we got here you go. Of course, this is the engine, and the engine stops here. This is accessory things, like here, oil tank. And here you go to the engine. This part there, that's the governor that controls the RPM of the propeller. Goes through this line through the cockpit to the propeller lever towards the cockpit. And what else do we see here? Magneto 1, that's the left one. And there's another one at the right side. So it's a double magneto ignition. And here you see that one there. This one, that's the starter. And I was told this is the same starter as like on the DC-3. Same type of electrical starter, 12 volts. What else do you see here? Well, here is the voltage regulator. It regulates the voltage to charge the battery. Oh, oil filter, that's a modern addition. Normally these engines don't have a filter like this, not in the 1940s. So we added this filter for better reliability. It filters the oil inside it, and every year you replace that filter. Now here we go, the engine. Let's go to the other side. What you got here? Well, here you see again, that's the other part of the oil filter. And here you can see here's the air filter. Originally there was a metal air filter in that, a coarse metal air filter. And there's a modern modification to make a foam air filter. So the engine will get cleaner air for operation. What else you got here? Yes, there's your starter, and again, that's the 12 volt starter. Here's the other magneto, the right magneto. And what else? Oh yes, here is, I hope you can see it there. That pink color, that's an electrical oil pump, a modern modification. That is to give, before the engine runs, it has been standstill maybe for weeks. There it is, that one. And then you can give oil pressure prior to starting and rotating the engine. So in the 40s they run these engines 8 hours a day, and now we run them 8 hours a month. So you need to, they are very dry when they start to run. So with that one, here you go, there it is. You can build up oil pressure prior to starting. This whole linkage here is for Carburetor Heater. Here you go, that's the Carburetor Heater. Oil drain. This is the water drain from the air filter. This is the oil drain if you replace the oil. And here, this is a scoop, this collects air. This is cold air going in to cool the alternator. And the alternator is right there. That's a modern one. Originally they were DC generators. In fact, originally they didn't have any electrical power on these engines at all. And later they added a DC generator. This is a modern one. It's more power, it's lighter in weight, much more lighter. It's an AC generator called an alternator, and that needs cooling. So the cooling, here's a scoop to cool the alternator. And this one, look at it, it goes the other way. This sucks air out when you fly, so it vacuum cleans in a way the air filter. Carburetor, here goes the air inside there. Now let's have a look at here. Here you have the brakes. Originally these airplanes have drum brakes, and this is a modern modification, the red line. It's called red line brakes. It's a disc brake, far more reliable and far more easy to control with your feet. That's our red line disc brakes. Here you go. Rudder pedal, right, and the other side you see the left one. And this is the cylinder for braking. The right goes to the right wheel, and the other one to the left wheel, of course. It's the right side, goes to the right wheel. What else do we got here? Well, this is a linkage towards the other pedals in the rear seat for the rear pilot. And here, oh yeah, that's a good, nice one to see this. Here you go. That's an oil tank for smoke oil, just for fun. Smoke oil, paraffin oil goes into the engine, pressed into the engine about 2 liters per. There's about 2 quarts per minute. You press it into the engine, and here it goes into the engine, and you can adjust it how much you want with this one, and then it goes in the engine right there. Oop, there you see it here. What you may see there, it goes into the exhaust, and then it puffs out a lot of white smoke. One more thing I'd like to show you. Go into the wing. Here is the wing, wooden wing. Now look at this. You can have a look inside the wing. Here you go. Wood, metal, linkage, structure, all wood. Look at this. Wooden ribs, stitching of the Seconite. It's not your original cotton. It's a modern, the covering is a modern material, a plastic-like material. It's called Seconite. So here, this is for the aileron. That moves the aileron. Here you go, moving the aileron, and there's the linkage. It's all with bearings, roller bearings. So it's hardly any play in it, and it just goes beautifully because it has all kind of bearings in it. Here we go, left, right for the aileron. And here goes, same linkage for the aileron. If you look at the wings again, here you go. There's another linkage for the aileron, moving left and right, and left and right. Again, there, everywhere, there are ball bearings, ball bearings everywhere. Very good quality, very good quality. Last thing I want to show you here is near the tail. That's the tail. And you can go have a look inside the structure. Here you go, that's the structure inside. Still looks good. I think we overhauled it 15 years ago. I'll have a look at again here. Here you go. It's the structure with the tail wheel, and that's the tow hook to tow gliders. You could even tow banners. I never do that. Sometimes I tow a glider. This is the hook. You can put a rope on and it tow a glider. One more thing, and then we conclude this lecture. We go inside the fuselage here. Have a look here. That is inside. I hope you can see something. Here we go. All right, I hope you liked it. Now we continue working on the annual inspection, and talk to you later. Thank you.